Of course, I miss my dad.
He died when I was getting to bond with him.
When was the last time you spoke to your dad?
You're taking me down memory lane. Let me play a voice note.
How are you, Onyi? You're always in the office every 5 minutes. Every time I call you in the office. Your health is the most important thing, eh? Also, remember to give Paisley a call.
Sorry, can I just take a moment?
If you need anything, or you just
Sorry.
want to talk, don't forget to reach out.
Wow. It's been over 13 years since he passed away. And yeah, I still miss his presence. I miss his smiles. I also miss his hands gesturing as whenever he's warning me. You do this, do that.
My dad was the main provider in the home.
There was this particular occasion that, I've always said my dad was a disciplinarian to the core. So he wouldn't allow us to chew gums. Even when you're walking on the road, my dad catches you chewing gum, you're in trouble. So there was this day, I mistakenly took gum to the church, and then my dad walked up to me in church. I was like, let me have it. He took that gum away from me and warned me sternly in church, like, don't ever try this again. No child of mine will do this in public. That was very funny. And people were like, your dad, But looking back, I just feel he meant well for
Just
us.
when we started doing very well was when my dad fell ill. A lot of the things that we could have done to show him how proud he would have been of us, he's not able to see that.
I experienced my dad die. So he was admitted in the hospital for high blood pressure, and I remember I had come back from school and my mom kept crying that he was admitted. And the hospital wasn't far away from where we lived. I remember myself running to the hospital to meet him, and I found out that he was paralyzed. One side of his face, he couldn't talk. And my pet name is Uzo Daddy, that's what he calls me. And all he could do was trying to talk. He just held on to my hand.
We grew up in a very strict household, and he was always not around. So while we were getting to bond and then get to know ourselves and get to understand what it meant and all, he died.
So coming like a typical Igbo trader, but was very much invested in education because he didn't get to go to school. Some of the things that my dad did for us growing up, he made sure we went to the best schools. Another thing too is that when my dad passed, or when he became terribly ill, was just when I was about to get married. So I was the first of his children to get married, and he wasn't around to see that.
I miss those times. I didn't get to stay with him much longer for him to instill certain values that I had to learn just from my mom and every other person growing up.
As we get older, there's a lot of self-dependence that we form. But I can't even speak to it because I can't even tell what it would have felt like if he were around. So I can't go. Everyone will say, cherish the moments that you have. My dad died in front of us. He was alive like in the afternoon. And then by midnight, he was gone. We were asleep. We heard him vomiting. We brought him to the sitting room. And in the space of an hour, it was in the middle of the night, so there wasn't anything we could have done in terms of moving out. We just thought it was one of those part of his ailments, not knowing that he was actually going.
Oh, Daddy, I miss you. I mean, most people don't even understand what it is to have a dad now that they have their dad alive. I'm in my 40s, and I've grown up not even looking at my husband as a dad figure, and he can't feel that that he can't feel that space.
How I wish my father was alive.
My dad would have been a great grandfather, would have been an excellent in-law, but sadly he's not around. So many things that have happened to me and I've experienced, or my siblings and I have shared. Some of our achievements, my dad isn't around to see them, and all of it happened because of what he was and what he did for us.
For people who still have their fathers, I would say cherish every moment. Honor them, love them, try to make out time from your busy schedule because they will not always be there.
When you see a man, please just embrace him. Tell him everything will be all right.
You need to be able to reach out to your dad, reach out to your father, wherever it is, break that distance and make that phone call. It's just a call away, and you find that you won't regret it. I miss not having my father in my adulthood, and we still have people today who have their parents alive, some of them both parents, and you see how they cherish and want to be in the lives of their dad. So my advice is that let's try as much as possible to reach out to our parents wherever they are in the village, make up for the last time. They say life is transient. You can't really tell when it's your time to go. Oh, this is your father that you haven't spoken to in a long while. We just pass on.
Man needs to be embraced, loved.
You still have your father with you. Share as much as you can. Take pictures, share memories. No one is promised tomorrow.